My name is Stella Harrison, and my family left me alone for Christmas while they spent $32,000 on a luxury European vacation. On December 18th, 2024, I came home after 11 straight overnight shifts as a hospice nurse. I had saved Christmas week for myself, but instead I found an empty house, my 81-year-old grandfather George beside the fireplace, and a note from my mother. Stella, Dad, Mom, and Brandon are going to Europe. You stay and take care of Grandpa. His medications are in the cabinet. We will be back December 31st, no apology. No question. Not even thank you. And this was not the first time. In 2021, they skipped Thanksgiving with me and flew to Turks and Caicos, claiming Grandpa was sick. He only had a cold. In 2023, they went to Napa Valley for my father's birthday and used a 45-minute cardiology appointment as an excuse to leave me behind. Then in 2024, they made me miss my best friend's wedding because Brandon needed to attend another wedding for a business opportunity. I kept forgiving them, but Grandpa remembered everything. During Christmas week, I cared for him, checked his medications, prepared his meals, monitored his health, and drove him to his doctor. One morning, he asked why I became a hospice nurse. I told him, because people deserve to be seen, especially when everyone else looks away. He smiled. Good. Then you will understand what happens. Next, on my bedroom desk was an envelope marked for December. 24 inside was a $5,000 check and a letter. Grandpa had been watching my family for years. He remembered every time they excluded me, every lie and every sacrifice they expected me to make. Then came the shocking revelation. I am not a poor old man, Stella. I have more than $20 million. Grandpa had once owned 18 rental properties. He sold them, invested the money, and quietly built a fortune worth $20,180,000, and most of it was going to me. On December 26th, his attorney arrived. My parents and Brandon thought Grandpa was simply updating his will. Instead, the attorney revealed the estate, $15.2 million to Stella Harrison, millions to charities, zero to Richard, Patricia, and Brandon. My family exploded. Brandon accused me of manipulating Grandpa. My mother cried. My father demanded answers. Grandpa finally stood. You want to know why Stella gets my money? Because she is the only person here who knows how to care for someone without expecting anything in return. Then came another twist. My family could each earn up to $500,000, but only if they completed 200 hours of direct caregiving, wrote me a handwritten apology, and attended 4 therapy sessions. Even then, I alone would decide whether they received anything. For the first time, they had no control over me. Over the next year, they completed everything, but I watched them carefully. They complained during volunteer work. Their letters were filled with excuses. In therapy, they talked more about the money than about me. The therapist eventually concluded that their efforts appeared motivated by financial gain. So on January 2nd, 2026, I called them into the attorney's office. I placed 3 decisions on the table. Richard Harrison. 0 Patricia Harrison. 0 Brandon Harrison. $0. My mother stared at me. But we did everything you asked, I answered calmly. You did everything Grandpa required. You did not do it because you loved me. You did it because you wanted the money. Brandon slammed his fist on the table. You cannot do this. We are your family. I looked at him. You share my blood. That does not make you my family. Then I walked away. 6 months later, I visited Grandpa. I had bought a small home, continued working part-time as a hospice nurse, and helped create scholarships for future hospice caregivers. Grandpa looked at me and asked the same question. Are you happy? This time I smiled. Yes, Grandpa. I am. He squeezed my hand and suddenly I understood. Grandpa had not really given me $20 million. He had given me freedom. Freedom from begging people to see my worth. My family thought this was about money. It was never about money. It was about being seen. And sometimes the greatest revenge is simply walking away and realizing you never needed their approval.